Hi, welcome to this lab, which is part of our lesson in IPv6 Dynamic Routing Protocols configuration. In this lab, we are going to configure the Open Short Path First v3 dynamic protocol in our global topology, this topology. Okay, as you know from the previous lessons, from the previous lectures, that the OSPFv3 is a link state routing protocol that was developed as a replacement for the distance vector routing protocol, which is RIP. As we did in the previous labs, we will configure the routers, router 1, router 2, and router 3 to share routing information using the OSPFv3 within the IGP domain. Okay, so let us start. First, we will configure the router 1. So config terminal. Okay, now we will execute this command, which is IPv6 router OSPF1. This command is executed in the global configuration mode to create an OSPFv3 for IPv6 routing process. We use the process ID of 1. Okay, the process ID in OSPFv3, which is here 1, as you see here, okay, is only locally significant and does not need to be the same on other routers in the OSPF domain. Okay, now we will execute this command to identify, to configure actually the router ID. We will use this ID 10.0.1.1, sorry, router, yes, dash ID. Okay, that's all, and we will exit from the routing mode. Yes. Okay, so initially, let's say in the first phase of the configuration, we will identify the process ID here 1, and we also configure the router ID. Router ID actually, because by default, the router ID is configured automatically by using the IPv4 address of the router. But here we don't have IPv4 address, so we configure it manually. Okay, now we will continue to enable the OSPF process in every interface of the router. Okay, we can see here that we have 1, 2, 3 plus the loopback, 4 interfaces. So we are going to configure the process ID on each interface. Okay. In the global configuration mode, we will go to the interface, fast interface 00, and we will execute this command IPv6 OSPF process ID 1, and the area is 0. Next interface, which is S00, same command, process ID 1 and the area is 0. Next interface is S01, same command. Next interface is loopback, loopback 0, yes, and the same command. Okay, end. So this is the phase 2 of the configuration. Now we can say that R1 is configured with the OSPFv3 process. Let us do the same in R2, but I'm going to copy and paste the configuration just to save time. This is for R3. No, I want R2, sorry. So copy and paste. I just want to highlight this because you have to configure a different router ID. Remember, in R1 we use 10.1.1.1, and here in R2 we use 10.2.2.2. So copy, paste. Okay, very good. Now in R3 we use 10.3.3.3 as a router ID. Copy, paste. Very good. Now the next, as we did, we want to configure the a static route on R3. Let us see the our topology. Okay, save. We want to configure a static route from R3 to ISP, and also we want to configure ISP router to pass any traffic from this command, from this PC, which is outside the topology, direct to our topology. Okay, this is the process is the same as we did in configuring the other dynamic routing protocol in the previous labs. Okay, so config terminal, this is the static route in R3 IPv6 route :/0 through the interface S10. Very good. Now we want to distribute or to propagate this default route to other OSPF routers, R1 and R2. So we have to go to router mode, IPv6 router OSPF1. This will put me in the router mode, and we have to execute this command, which is default dash information originate. Yes, this command will distribute the default route to other OSPF routers inside the domain. And okay, now let us go to ISP router and do this configuration. Configure terminal, Okay, now we want to configure this router with a static route to reach the domain, to reach our network. Remember, this is the global interface of our network, global prefix. So now let us configure this static route, IPv6 route 2001 colon db8 colon 200, sorry, db8 colon 2001 colon dash 48. This will go through S00. Okay, end. To verify that the OSPF-v3 is fully converged, we will use this command. Show. We will execute this command on R1 router. Show IPv6 route OSPF. This command is used actually to display the routing table on R1. Notice the remote networks in the OSPF domain along with the default route that has been distributed by R1. All this information is shared by other routers. The administrative distance, which is 110 here, is default actually and is the same as OSPF-v2. Okay, another command that we can use, which is show IPv6 protocols. Okay, as in the other routing protocols, this command displays the connected, static, and OSPF processes running on the routers. So here we have OSPF process ID 1 is running in R1. Okay, another command, show IPv6 OSPF neighbors. This command lists the neighbors of R1 router inside the domain. We can see here this is the ID router for R3 and this is the the router ID actually for R2. Okay, you can use also this command, show IPv6 OSPF for the interface, and here we are going to use it on fast Ethernet 00. Just to actually to check the area number, the process ID, and other information. The output of this command is the same as in v2. The only difference is that the OSPF v3, which is in IPv6 actually, source packets from the interface link local address here. Okay, so this is the link local address that will be used as a source of the packet to share other information. Okay, now we can use let's say our old friend, which is ping command. Okay, let us ping from our 1 we can ping, for example, let's say which address, this address, this interface, which is 2001 colon db8 colon fe00 colon 1 colon this interface is 2. Yes. Okay, success rate is 100%. Another ping, we can ping this interface, which is ping 2001 db8 2001 colon 2 colon 1. Very good. Success rate is 100%. Okay, now let's see here. We want to ping this interface. This interface is 2001 db8 2001 colon 3 colon 1. This interface. Very good. Success rate is 100%. Okay, now it seems that all the configuration is working perfectly. Now the last command is removing the OSPFv3 process. We need only to go to the global configuration terminal, and we need to execute this command: no IPv6 router OSPF1. This is the process ID. Okay, if you now you want to remove from R1, just you need to execute this command, and this command will remove the OSPFv3 including any interface configuration commands used by the process. Of course, you have to execute this command on each router just to remove the process. That's all for this lab, and thank you for watching, and see you in next lab.